Hey my people, it's your guy. I'm coming back to Relative 18. As you know, it's your YouTube channel. Today I'm preparing a detailed documentary about mountain gorillas. Here I'm talking about the different information about mountain gorillas, like the reason behind mountain gorillas was changed their characteristics or their criteria, the way approach to the peoples or visitors, the way it has more significance to the economic of the Rwanda, and many more. You are most welcome to Gorilla TV 18s. Let me start to the some brief information about the Rwanda National Park. Rwanda National Park is located in the northwestern region of Rwanda and forms part of the larger Virunga Conservation Area shared by Rwanda, Uganda, and the Democratic Republic of Congo. The park is internationally recognized for protecting the endangered mountain gorilla, which is known as scientific name Gollira belingei. One of the world's rarest primates, International Gorilla Conservation Programs gave it in 2023. Mountain gorillas are a flagship species of Rwanda National Park and attract thousands of tourists annually. Their presence has contributed significantly to the Rwanda's economic and biodiversity conservation effort. This is approved by the Rwanda Development Board (RDB) in 2024. In continuing with the history, deep history about the Rwanda National Park, together with their flagship tourism attractions known as mountain gorillas. Here also we are talking about the American conservationist and the someone who facilitated the mountain gorillas to become familiar with the people. She is known as Diannah Fossey. Here we are talking about to her. Let me start to talk about the introduction about the historical background of the mountain gorillas and the Diannah Fossey works. The story of mountain gorillas in Rwanda is closely linked to the life and work of Diannah Fossey. Before her research began in 1916, mountain gorillas were poorly understood and were often feared by local communities and misunderstood by outsiders. Many people believed gorillas were aggressive and dangerous animals. Through years of the observation and conservation work in Rwanda's Rwanda National Park, Diannah Fossey helped reveal the true nature of mountain gorillas and contributed significantly to their protection. Early history of mountain gorillas. Mountain gorillas, as I have told you before, their scientific name is Gollira belingei. In habitat the Virunga Mountains, a chain of volcanoes mountains spanning Rwanda, Uganda, and the Democratic Republic of Congo. They were firstly scientifically described in 1902 by German officer and naturalist Robert von Behring. During early 20th century, gorillas were hunted for trophies, scientific collections, and zoos. Habitat destructions and poaching further threatened their survival. By the 1916s, conservationists feared that mountain gorillas might become extinct. Here, let me talk about Diannah Fossey arrivals in Rwanda. Diannah Fossey was arriving in Rwanda in 1967. Diannah Fossey established the Karisoke Research Center between Mount Karusimbi and Mount Bisoke in the Virunga Mountains. Her primary objective was to study mountain gorillas in their nature environment. At the beginning of her research, gorillas were highly cautious of humans. Whenever researchers approached, the animals often fled into dense vegetation. Fossey understood that to study them effectively, she needed to gain their trust. Here, let me talk about the habitation, or how gorillas became comfortable around humans, or how the mountain gorillas become more familiar with the local people or the visitors of them. A common misconception is that Diannah Fossey trained gorillas. In reality, she didn't train them as one would train domestic animals. Instead, she used a process called habituation. Habituation means the gradual process through which wild animals became accustomed to the presence of humans without changing their nature behavior. Fossey spent many hours observing gorillas from a distance. She copied some of their behaviors, such as sitting quietly when near gorillas, avoiding direct eye contact, which gorillas may interpret as a threat, making soft vocalizations similar to those used by gorillas, moving slowly and calmly through the forest. The last one is called respecting the animal's personal space. Over time, gorillas learned that Diannah Fossey posed no danger to them. Some individuals became curious and approached her voluntarily. This allowed her to observe family interactions, feeding habits, communication, and social structures more closely. Here, in order to let you know the more information about mountain gorillas, let me talk about the mountain gorillas family groups. In Volcanoes National Park, there are different mountain gorillas family groups. Mountain gorillas live in stable social units known as troops or family groups. You can call them troops or family groups. These groups are usually led by dominant adult male called silverback. The leader of the troops or family groups is called silverback. A typical gorilla family group may include one dominant silverback, several adult females, juveniles, infants, or occasionally subordinate males called blackbacks. This silverback serves several important roles in the family they lead. The first role is protecting the group from danger. Second, resolving conflict among members. Third, leading the group to feeding areas. Fourth, making decisions about movement and resting places of the members of the family group. Let me continue to another role of Diannah Fossey in order to train the mountain gorillas for becoming familiar with the visitors of the local communities surrounding the Volcanoes National Park. Diannah Fossey studies demonstrated that gorilla families are highly social and cooperative. Mothers provide extensive care for their infants, while group members engage in grooming, playing, and resting together. Famous groups, gorilla groups, and individuals. One of the most famous groups of mountain gorillas studied by Diannah Fossey was a young male named Digit. Digit became relatively comfortable around researchers and played a major role in helping Diannah Fossey gain insight into gorilla behavior. Tragically, he was killed by poachers in 1977. His death deeply affected Diannah Fossey and strengthened her commitment to anti-poaching efforts, as they are one of their main objectives she came during his research. Other well-known gorilla groups studied at Kalisoke provided valuable information about reproduction, infant development, social relationships, leadership among the silverbacks, group formation and dispersal. Also, Diannah Fossey's conservation efforts. As Diannah Fossey spent more time with gorillas, she became increasingly concerned about the threats facing the species. These threats included poaching, habitat destructions, human encroachment, illegal wildlife trade, and so on. She established anti-poaching patrols and worked to remove snares from the forest. Her effort helped save numerous gorilla from injury and death. Diannah Fossey also raised international awareness about mountain gorillas conservation through research, publications, and public outreach. Here, let me talk about the death and some legacy of Diannah Fossey. On the December 26, 1985, Diannah Fossey was found dead at the Kalisoke Research Center in Rwanda. Let me talk about a bit more about Kalisoke Research Center and then continue to the way Diannah Fossey was being dead. Kalisoke Research Center is the one of the main objectives of the Diannah Fossey. She came in Rwanda to start her research. This is the The funds or the center funded by Diannah Fossey in order to use those information is coming from their research in order to facilitate or to help in the conservation and preservation of the mountain gorillas after finishing her research. Let me continue. The circumstances surrounding her death remain unresolved. Despite her tragic death, Diannah Fossey legacy continues through ongoing research and conservation programs she made before she did. The work begun at Karisoke has contributed significantly to the recovery of mountain gorillas populations. Today, mountain gorillas are among the world's most closely monitored great apes. Conservation efforts involving governments, researchers, local communities, and international organizations have helped increase their population. Let me talk about, as I have highlighted in the beginning, let me talk about the importance of the Volcanoes National Park. Mountain gorillas, as one of the flagship attractions of the Volcanoes National Park, they play a big role. Through gorilla trekking has become one of the Rwanda's most important tourism activities, generating revenue that supports conservation and local communities. Visitors who trek to see gorillas are able to observe family groups in their nature habitat while following strict guidelines designed to protect both humans and gorillas. Let me continue about the Diannah Fossey did not. Let me talk about it like a conclusion about the rule or the rule played by Diannah Fossey to the conservationists of to conserve mountain gorillas. Diannah Fossey did not train mountain gorillas, rather she passionately habituated them to human presence through years of the respectful observation. Her research transformed the scientific understanding of gorillas' behavior, leaving them to be intelligent, gentle, and highly social animals, living in organized family groups led by silverbacks. Through her dedication, mountain gorillas gained worldwide attention and protection, making her one of the most influential conservationists in Africa wildlife history. Let me today finish here, but let me promising you to the following documentary that talk about the different primates and apes found within Rwanda, within the different national parks of Rwanda. Thank you so much for kind attention. Keep continuing to make subscribe, share, comment, and like. We love you.
Breastfeeding is vital for young gorillas, providing them with complete nutrition and essential antibodies to strengthen their immune system. In gorillas, nursing typically lasts between 4 and 6 years, about 6 times longer than their 8.5-month gestation period. Weaning usually occurs when the young gorilla's first permanent molars come in, around 4 to 6 years of age. By 5 months, gorilla infants start sampling solid foods, but continue nursing regularly, often until the birth of the next sibling. See you soon on Zoo Cultura.